Wanted to come on right quick and talk about something will be happening in September, and it's called the PACT for the Future. And if you read Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, it says, talking about the Antichrist, and he shall confirm a covenant with many for one haptad or 1 week or 7 year period. That, if you go to the UN website, uh, they'll talk about this pact for the future. And it's with many nations. And from what I see, what I heard, it's a 7 year pact. So that'll take you right a little bit past 2030, which will be right on time for this agreement for the world. I believe it's a world constitution. And I've believed that for years, that the Antichrist will confirm. Remember, he confirms it. So if they have like a peace conference or some type of a conference, which is going to start September 24th, last for a couple of days, and it says that the leaders of that conference will sign a pact. So it's guaranteed that they're going to sign something that have to deal with uh, the green deal and ozone layer and population and all the hunger and all this other stuff. And they have an agenda they're trying to uh, finish or do. So they're giving themselves a commitment to this agenda. Now, if this is the year that Christ returns, of course, by then you should have seen some types of war that will scare everybody into this pact. You should see, if it's this year, you should see things that happen that hasn't happened in 100 years, which is a world war. If this is the year, Damascus in Isaiah 17 should be taken out by the time this conference is done. And if this is the year, you should see Israel take out Hezbollah, and all this stuff should have happened by the end of September. Now, I believe that the church, the true church, the true believers in Jesus Christ will be taken out on a future Feast of Trumpets. The Feast of Trumpets this year happens to be October 2nd to October 4th. If that meeting holds ground, the Antichrist should show up slightly after, maybe on Atonement, after Atonement, Last Day of Atonement, or Tabernacles, if it's this year. The Antichrist shall confirm the covenant with many. And in the process of confirming the covenant, he should also do a peace agreement or some type of peace deal, creating a two-state solution where Israel will receive the west part of Jerusalem, I believe, and the Palestinian state will receive the east side as their capital. You know, in the book of Revelation, God says, "You have parted my land." When that happens, especially if the United States is somehow involved with the initial Middle East peace, then God's going to part not only our land, but eventually he's going to part the Antichrist land as well with destruction. So this is a strong possibility, and I knew this last September because they were preparing, and they even told you on the UN website that they were preparing for the conference in 2024. So a lot of people thought that the Antichrist was going to show up in 2023 to confirm a covenant. No, that wasn't the case. Matter of fact, that was preparation for this conference that's coming up. So keep your eyes on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel. And things are about to take off. We have 99 days before the end of the Feast of Trumpets. So there's going to be a lot of things that happen if it's the year. I say if it's the year because we don't know, not 100%, 98%. But we've been wrong in the past. But when it happens, it'll follow the same pattern that I'm telling you guys it was followed. It's gonna follow the same pattern. Where the starts in the spring, escalates into the fall. Antichrist shows up, confirms a covenant, 7-year tribulation period. The world ends at that point. Well, the current system that we're in ends at that point. The world will never end. There would always be someone on this planet. Even during eternity, humans will still be on this planet. But it's right in your face if you look for what I'm talking about. The confirming of a covenant, Daniel 9:27, and he, the Antichrist, shall confirm a covenant with many for one half time. It doesn't mean he has to be there September 24th. I believe if it's this year, then Damascus would have been taken out by then, but they might be still looking for a new leader during this meeting. And he comes to confirm a covenant. My best guess, it'll be on a Jewish feast because he has to play like he's God. It'll be either Day of Atonement, the 10th day of the Day of Atonement, or it'll be Tabernacles. You know, God is with us, and they're going to be saying that in the world. God is with us. Oh my gosh, God is with us. And he's not coming from the West, and he's not Prince Charles. Antichrist he's not known yet, and he'll be known in a couple weeks. I was looking at a rabbi talking about, oh, Messiah's here. And I'm like, okay, it sounds like he's talking about Jesus, and he's a Messianic Jew, but he's not. He's a rabbi who believes that the Messiah will walk the face of the earth before any judgment or anything. They're looking for their Messiah when we're looking for Jesus Christ. The Messianic Jews looking for Jesus Christ to come in the sky. They know. Messianic Jews know about the rapture of the church. They know. Messianic Jews know the real true Jesus. He's not a Messianic Jew. He's looking for a physical person to go into the temple and bring or give them authority to build a temple. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better setup. Did you see the election? I mean, the debate yesterday. You can't ask for a better scenario where the things that are happening around us, including the crimes in the street and the potential wars and rumors of wars, you can't ask for a better scenario where the Bible actually told you, prophesied exactly what's going to be happening. There should be wars and rumors of wars. And then he says, see to it that you're not alarmed, but the end is yet not yet. Then all of a sudden he says, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. I can see that happening right now. So I believe America is going to be threatened with all those people coming over the border. Somebody's going to set off neutron bombs in major cities. Think about Jade Hem. Jade Him. Go look that up. It's a cartoon that the government issued a while back. I don't know if it was the government or some type of institution. But Jade Him had like Baltimore, Cleveland, Chicago, Houston, all had nuclear bombs go off at the same. Portland, Oregon, nuclear bombs go off at the same time. I'm sort of skeptical of that idea because America is no longer as powerful as they were. I mean, if they were powerful, you could have did that a couple of years ago, and that would have particularly worked. Now you don't really need to do all of those bombs, but they probably still do it to settle, to get all of the people who's going to do uprising, who's going to uprise against the government. That's what the militia is supposed to be about. Militias, the right to bear arms is for the militia to join together and fight against a revolting government. But see, they're not going to do that if there's neutron bombs going to major cities. You see how quiet all these so-called patriots got during 9/11 or during the COVID? You see that? You can put a muzzle on somebody's mouth by just scaring the heck out of them. No matter how tough some Mr. Tough guy is, he's still going to go and hide when all hell breaks loose. When there's neutron bombs going off in major cities, there's not going to be anybody trying to revolt against anybody. They're going to fall in line and they're going to do what they're told. But some of these people, just like Red Dawn, some of these guys are going to fight. I'm not saying all the guys going to go away, but the true metal will be seen when bombs go off in major cities. True metal. The true metal of that man or that organization is going to be seen how tough they really are is when they see neutron bombs. Remember, it says in Luke 21, their hearts failing them for fear of looking upon the things that are coming upon the earth. That includes UFOs and aliens, which is not UFOs and aliens at all, it's demons. So keep your head on the swivel. The 24th is September 24th is a confirming of the covenant. I don't know if it's the covenant from Daniel 9:27. I'm not going to be 1,000% sure, but I do say this: everything's falling in line for the Antichrist to show up sometime in October, November timeframe. They say, why isn't he showing up in September? Because the way it's set up, the way the feast days are set up, September is going to be a month of war. And then go back to the Isley Brothers or there's people who made a song on 9/23. I don't know why they make it was the month of September, the 23rd of September. I don't know why they make those songs about, a lot of people made the song about September, if you notice. So the devil was preparing them a long time ago, or else they would not be making songs about September. I mean, a lot of groups made songs about September for some reason. I think the Fifth Dimension even made a song about September. Anyway, God bless you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. See y'all later. Bye-bye.